Okay, today what we're going to do is we're going to do some collard greens. First thing you want to do is separate your leaves on your greens from your stems. Now some people don't like the stems in there, so you don't have to cook them in. I just prefer them in mine. You slice the greens themselves about a ½ inch thick. You just roll them together and slice them up, and the stems themselves, what you're going to do with them is you're going to cut them in 1/4 to 3/8 inch pieces, and then you put in your bacon, cut it in ½ inch pieces, cut about four strips of bacon up. Drop that into a pan with about 3 to 4 tablespoons of either olive oil or canola oil. You want a good oil that handles high temperature. Most of my cooking like this I'll do at high heat. For most newer people that are newies to cooking, or you're not that experienced to cook, stick to medium high. Don't get it too hot. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to chop up your garlic. We start off with about 5 cloves of garlic and chop them up. Don't chop them up too finely, because if you get them minced too finely, you'll end up with a very, very strong garlic taste in your greens. The idea at this point is to render the rest of the fat out of the bacon that you can, and then try to get the garlic broke down a little further, get it to where its flavor is actually infused into the oil that you're cooking with. Once you get this about right, and the garlic has changed color slightly, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start adding in your stem pieces. Drop in about 1/3 of your stem pieces at a time. Stir them around well, and then let them simmer for a little while. Let them cook a little bit. They have to saute enough to where they'll start to soften and change color. You'll notice as they change color, then you're in good shape. You're going to go ahead and add your next batch of stems after that, and just keep adding them one batch after another until you get down to the 3rd batch. And here I'm at the 3rd batch. I'm dumping those in. They're completely done on the first 2 batches, so I'm adding the 3rd batch in, and I'm going to stir it around until I get them cooked most of the way down. This is one of those dishes that if you're cooking it at high heat, you want to watch it real carefully that you don't burn anything. But the idea is to get the stems to tenderize and everything. Some people prefer to leave the stems out because they don't like they don't like the texture, or they think they're too bitter. That's your choice. If you don't put enough of your seasonings in, it will come out too bitter. Add about a ½ stick of butter and let that melt in, and after it's melted in, then you want to cover and simmer for just a little bit longer, like I say, until the stems are nice and tender. Once your stems have tendered up, you're now ready to start adding your leaf greens. And so now you start to stir it around one time, drop in your leaf greens in handfuls. You basically want to bring it up to where the pot is almost to the brim, but not quite, to where you still have room to stir it around. And so you'll get it stirred to where you can stir it around, and you should be in good shape. Now, this will take several applications, but the thing is that large quantity of greens that I showed you on the video earlier, that entire batch will go into this pan, into this 4½ quart pan. It just takes time. You have to wilt them, or think of them like you do of spinach. It tends to wilt when it cooks. And collard greens, even though they're a very healthy green, they're very, I would say, a more durable green than spinach. They do tend to wilt on down with the application of that hot oil. The beauty of the hot oil is that it gives a lot of flavor into the greens themselves. And then in return, as you get closer to finishing them, later on you'll add some water to them, and that water will make a juice, a soup, so to speak, that we call pot liquor, which is excellent stuff. It's really, really great, and it's arguably one of the best things that comes out of the collard greens. Myself, I always save that for the last and drink it almost like a soup, or like a tea or something, because it's just so delicious. As I said, you keep on adding your greens in as they wilt. You'll notice they change color as they wilt. That's kind of your dead giveaway that you're being successful. Another thing you want to add in at this point is go ahead and add in your salt. I would start with about a teaspoon of salt and add salt until you find that the taste is right. You get close to the point where you're going to add the water to it. Slow down on adding the salt until you can get a chance to taste what the greens are like in the liquid. You want the liquid itself to be somewhat salty because you want to make sure it works its way into all the greens and everything. So you'll notice that I've got a lot of a mixture here that is getting to where a lot of it's getting where it's got that dark green color. That's your dead giveaway. Once you get all your greens worked in and you get that good dark green color, then you're ready to go ahead and add your water. And as I say, you want to add water to cover. You don't want to overdo it because it's just a way, again, you'll tend to waste the dish there. You want to go ahead and cover them up good with water. And so pour it. In this case, I think it took me, I do believe it was a total of 2 32-ounce cups just to add the water to it. And so anyway, you get it up there to where it just covers the greens. Stir it around a bit. Taste it for saltiness. You want it to be just a little on the salty side. Okay, I want to thank you for watching my video. Come to the krabbymac.blogspot.com for more videos and some recipes. And I hope you have a great day.